Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to build a business website. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So building a business website can be a crucial step in establishing your online presence and reaching a wider audience. So we'll go through a step-by-step guide on how to build a business website along with recommendations for website builders that you can use. So firstly, which is the first step, you need to define your website's purpose. So determine what you want your website to achieve. It could be for e-commerce, providing services, generating leads, offering information about your business, and so on. You also want to choose a domain name. So this is your website's address on the internet. So an example is ours, which is www.ProfileTree.com. Now choose a name that is very easy to spell, that's memorable and reflects your business. Now there's multiple different ways in creating a website, and that's with the use of a content management system, completely custom coding a website, or selecting a website builder. What I would recommend to do, especially if you are new to building a website, is to create a website through a website builder. So that's the third step, which is select a website builder. Choose a website builder that suits your technical skills and the needs of your business. Now, popular options include Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, WordPress, and Weebly. We'll go through a couple of different website builders just to give you guys an idea on how to build a business website. Number 4 would be to pick a template or theme. So choose a design template or theme that aligns with your business's branding and aesthetic. Ensure it's responsive, and that means mobile friendliness. So that's friendly towards the responsive design of the desktop. That's a responsive design towards the tablet, as well as a responsive design towards mobile. Number 5 would be to customize your site. So add your own content, that's with text, images, videos, as well as the different products that you have in mind, and customize the layout to match your business's style and needs. You have to ensure that your site has a clear navigation structure. There's no point having a website that has a very mixed or jumbled navigation structure. If you do have that sort of system, it can be very hard as a visitor to maybe purchase a particular product or even just navigate around the actual structure of the website. So it's always best to have a clear navigation structure. Only state what you need, and for the navigation you can have your shop, contact, about us, and those would be the 3 that I'd mainly have. Only if you're going to have a men's and women's section, you can have a sub-menu. So that sub-menu could be shop, and then under it would be men's and women. So something like that would be a ideal navigation structure. Number 6 would be to add key business information. So include essential information such as an about page, contact information, product or service descriptions, as well as prices. But we'll go through this later on in the video when we're creating a business styled website. Number 7 would be to optimize for SEO. So use relevant keywords, meta tags, and descriptions to help your website rank higher in search engine results. Number 8 would be to set up e-commerce features. Now this is only if applicable. So if you're selling products or services online, it's best to set up product listings, shopping cart functionality, and your payment processing. Now, some of the payment processing for the website builders will be limited, so depending what they have to offer, some of them will have payment gateways for PayPal, Stripe, or Klarna, things like this. So you just really need to double check what website builder you're going to be using and what sort of payment processing you're going to have to establish for it. Number 9, once everything is more or less in completion, is when you test your website. So before going live, make sure that you test your website on different devices as well as the browsers to ensure that it works seamlessly. So that's checking it on the desktop device, that's checking it on your mobile device, as well as a tablet if you have one. That's only if applicable. Now, the reason why you want to do this is majority of the visitors that go through your website are mobile users. So you want to make sure that the responsive design is well on your mobile as well as your tablet. And the desktop, it's very easy to change, but those are your two main ones, which is your tablet version as well as your mobile. Number 10 would be to publish your website. So once everything is set, publish your website. Remember to update it regularly with fresh content. So that means adding in content or products that work well. So say that some of the products aren't selling well, it's best to just remove those if you can and replace it with a different product, or maybe update the pictures that are on the website or update the content information about us and so on. It's always best, even if you have a website, okay, that's great, you've got the design features, you've got the layout and so on. However, it's always best to keep the content fresh for something visitors can see. So visitors always want to see something fresh, so that's how you can keep the website very active. Number 11 would be to promote your website. So depending if the platform you're going to use has any sort of marketing strategies, or what's best to do is to do your own digital marketing strategies, and that's like social media marketing, email marketing, and online advertisement to promote your website. So those are the best factors, of course, but there are some certain website builders that offer email marketing already or have some form of analytics in order for you to see how well your website's doing and then where you would want to promote your website. But that is pretty much just an overview on a step-by-step guide to building a business website. Now moving on, I want to go through a couple of website builders that you can use. So we'll go ahead and jump into our first one, which is Squarespace. So here's our very first platform in order to create a business website. This is a Squarespace website. So Squarespace is a popular website building and hosting platform known for its sleek design templates and user-friendly interface. It enables individuals and businesses to create professional-looking websites without needing to know any code. Now, more of a detailed overview on Squarespace itself. Firstly is the designed focus templates. So here we have a mass amount of different templates that are available, as you can see. Now, I would say that Squarespace is celebrated for its visually appealing and professionally designed templates, which are highly customizable and highly responsive. This being mobile friendly, tablet friendly, as well as desktop friendly. So it's got the whole works that you need in order to get started for a business website. Another thing that you might like is the fact that it is a drag and drop builder. So the platform itself offers an intuitive drag and drop interface, making it easy to create and customize pages without any coding knowledge. So primarily a design focus without the technical side. So you don't even need to worry about the back end or front end coding. That is completely out of the works. All you need to focus on is how you want to design the overall website. A business website can't be a business without e-commerce capabilities, so that's another thing that's built in with Squarespace itself. Squarespace includes robust tools for building and managing online stores. That's included with the inventory management, you've got payment processing, as well as shipping options. So a bunch of different little tools that you can use in order to boost up the e-commerce capability for Squarespace. Now, what I like in particular about Squarespace itself is the other tools like built-in SEO tools. So the platform provides built-in search engine optimization. So you've got the Google Search Console as well. Now, these tools help improve the visibility of your website in search engine results. And we'll get a closer look at that later on in the video when we're building a business style website. You've also got a blogging platform. So Squarespace has a strong blogging platform feature, and with support for multiple contributors, scheduling posts, and social media integration. So loads of people can collaborate in order to create the blogs for this platform. Another thing that you guys might like is the fact that this does have analytics built in. Again, we'll take a look at it closely when we're building a website here, but it offers integrated analytic tools to track and analyze website traffic and user behavior. And lastly, you also have custom domains and SSL, so users can purchase custom domains names directly through Squarespace itself, and all sites come with a free SSL certificate for security. So I'll go through the advantages while we're doing just looking over the website builder itself. But firstly, I want to go and get stuck into building a business website on Squarespace. So typically what you would do is filter out the templates here. So we have in total, if we take a look at everything, so if we just say, let's see if we can have a look at all templates. So in total, we've got 165 templates. So that's what happens when I select the all templates. It could be more, depending on the topic that I picked. But I'm going to go for online store, because that's what we're going to go for, a business style website. We've got 40 matches out of the 165. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. We'll just say that I want to go for a popular design. So we've got 10 best template matches, online stores are 40, and popular designs are 30. So in total, we got 80 types of templates just from filtering. And it's now up to us to choose a template that we might like. So a list of different options, as you can see. We have 40 online store templates. So a lot to choose from. Now, these are very, very well designed templates, I would say so myself, just for how the overall design looks. As you can see, if we scroll down here, you've got different designs that you can choose from, just like so. However, if you aren't a fond of the templates that they have to offer, that's no problem at all. You can go ahead and scroll up, and you will have an option to build your own template. As you can see, you'll see on the bottom right there, just on the filtering. So go ahead and select build your own template. So you'll get 4 different options here, where you can design your homepage, add the pages you need, choose the colors and fonts, and generate text with AI. So we're going to go ahead and select let's go. So this will just set everything up for us. So we'll build a website here through a business style website, and then I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate one of the pre-built templates. So it's going to ask us what our site is called. So I'm just going to say e-commerce site, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and select next. So this is where we're building our homepage. This is the different pages or different sections that we can have for our page. So we want to have an intro section, of course, and with the design, you can choose whatever design you want. I'm going to go for this one, nice and simplistic. Going to go for a product section, of course, and this is where we're going to list out our products. Services section, we'll leave that. Appointment sections, we'll leave that. And courses section, we'll leave that. We're purely going to make an e-commerce type website. Now, of course, we want to let the visitor know a little bit about what we do. So I'm going to add an about section. I'm also wanting to publish the website, of course, and with the need of social integration, that's what we can do. So we have, again, a couple of different layout options. So I actually like the first one there, so I'm going to stick with this one. We also have a form section. This is a way for the visitor to get in contact with ourselves. So happy enough with that design. And lastly, we have the footer section. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a nice one here. So I'm just going to select this one. So you can actually have a preview of how the website looks. Again, you can change the layout if you need to as well for each section if you choose that you don't like that particular layout. But I'm happy enough with how it looks, and I'm going to go ahead and proceed to next. So here we can add more pages to the website. So we have an about section, we've got contact, services, shop, appointments, courses, and so on. But I'm going to go ahead and remove services, and instead I'm going to replace that with shop, as we are going to be an e-commerce based website. So this time we now have about, we have contact, or we have shop. Now, if you are planning to create a one-page style e-commerce website or business website, you can go ahead and remove the about, contact, and shop, and that'll enable a one-page website. But for now, we're happy enough with the 3 pages that we have, including the homepage, which makes it 4. So I'm going to go ahead and select next. So we get given an option to choose a color palette. So you can see these custom palettes were curated by our designers. You can always change up your colors later. And then that's with the site styles, which we'll take a look at later on in the video. But you have 4 different options here. You can have a monochromatic style template or palette. You can have a neutral palette. You can have a bright palette, as well as a bold palette. So 4 different options with multiple choices for colors. So each being 8 for monochromatic, 8 for neutral, 8 for bright, 8 for bold. So I'm going to stick with monochromatic. I want to keep it nice and simple, nice and neutral. So I'm going to go ahead and select next. Now this is another cool little part which helps you choose what type of text that you want to pair for the website. So few options. So here we have the sans serif. We've got Halyard Display, Omnes Pro, Gopher or Goofer, Work Sans, and so on. So plenty of different options for sans serif. Now you also have an option here for serif. So Pheno, Dapifer, and so on. So a few different options again. You also have a mixed one, so more or less you can go for a vintage style. So if you're going to go for a vintage clothing website, then you can go for something like this, depending how funky you want to go for the fonts. Or if you want to keep it nice and simple, nice and bold, you can go for Verdana. So again, loads of different options to choose from. I'm going to go for Rock Grotesque. I like the look of the boldness and just the overall look of the thing, the actual font itself. I'm happy enough with this, so I'm just going to go for that. And then once you're happy with the layout of the website, all you need to do now is select finish. So that'll generate and gather everything that you've said and all the questions that you've answered. Then it'll build a template for you. Now for the 4th step, it's going to ask you whether you want to write with Squarespace AI. So personalize your website text faster than ever. So if you're happy enough, you can go ahead and continue. And that's what we're going to do, just to speed up the process of the business website. So describe your new food website or new food site. So let's see here, details about your brand or expertise. So we are a business that sells vintage clothing online. We sell products from the 80s and onwards. So something like that. And then we're going to go ahead and click next. So it's going to ask the writing style. So here is an example. So we pride ourselves on being a top online destination for those seeking unique and authentic vintage clothing pieces spanning from the 80s to the present day. So that's just a neutral version. If you want to go for playful, it'll write up something for playful here. So we are the ultimate time travelers in the realm of fashion, proudly curating and selling unique vintage clothing from the 80s and beyond to bring a touch of nostalgia and endless style possibilities to your customers' wardrobe. So something a little bit cooler. It all really depends on the business idea that you have, the sort of quirks that you have, what sort of style you want to go for. So again, neutral, playful, you've got professional, you've got friendly, you've got informative, you've got quirky. So different options there. So there's more of a professional version. So we've got, we are a premier online retailer specializing in carefully curated vintage clothing collections from the vibrant 80s era and beyond. So Now take the AI as an example. It's always great to see ideas. You can always touch up on it if it's not overly correct, especially with the information that you provide. Sometimes it's not going to be 100%. However, it is a great starting point, especially if you are stuck for content. So I'm going to go maybe for quirky, so depending what the font is. So we're not your average online store. We create a groovy selection of vintage threads from the vibrant 80s and beyond, bringing a blast from the past straight to your closet. So I, as a visitor, if I seen something like that, it'll encourage me to buy something, just depending what the products are. So this is where details will come into play. So I'm going to go ahead and select finish, and that'll generate the text for us. So it may take up to a minute. So you've got a little splash screen here on the top, or splash loading bar, as you can see. So here we are. It'll just load us into our website now. So perfect. We have now been loaded onto the dashboard of our e-commerce website. So you can see we've got our logo or title on the top left. We've also got our home section. We've got our different products, as you can see. We've got our information on this side. So everything's been placed in. From what we've said to the AI generated text, you could see that it's went ahead and gave us a bunch of text like discover our quirky vintage clothing, discover our rad collection. These can all be changed, especially if you're not too happy with the font. So all you need to do is click edit on the top left, and that'll expand the editing section a little bit more. Now, two of the tools that you're going to primarily use, which is add block and edit section. You also can add sections if need be. So to customize the area, so let's just say, as I said, we've got the add block and edit section area here. Very simple to do. So if we select this area, we can go ahead and we'll actually edit the section first. Currently, we have a solid background color on this. And if we take a look, we can see that there is no background on it right now. But that's a simple fix. Simply just click on a video or image. I'm going to go for, since it's going to be more or less a clothing type store, we're going to go ahead and add an image in. So this is what it's given us. We're going to go ahead and replace that. And we're going to browse for some stock images. And I'm going to search up clothing. And we'll do vintage clothing. So there's a couple of options here. So we want to go for what's close to our site here. Just going to go ahead and add this image in. So it just takes a minute or two for it to fully load in. So you can see that this is now added. However, the opacity is a little bit too much. So I want to go ahead and overlay that a little bit. Like so. So with the image effect, we could see here, there's a couple of different image effects there. We're going to choose not to do that. So with the opacity, we're happy enough with that. Let's just go ahead and edit it out. Just give it a little bit of sharpness. So the editing tool itself, you've got a lot of different options here. So happy enough with how that's currently looking. We'll actually just lower that down to 50%. Okay, so there's a full bleed. Okay. So that's how to pretty much change the background. Now you do again have the option for a video. So you can just select a video here. You can go ahead and let's just select from library. Let's see if we can find one. If there's any free videos. So you can add from a link or you can go from YouTube. So either upload a file or a video link. So a couple of options there. to have a background. But I'm just going to go for the image. I'll actually just quickly look for a better image rather than that one there. Okay, like so. See if I can find a better one. So I think this will blend in nicely. So that could be like the storefront. So it will be darker, and I'll actually just bring it down to there. Now, you can see now that this, you can't really see too well. So we're going to make that bold. And I'm going to change the color to white. And this time I want to change that so it's here. And then I'm going to move this a couple blocks in. Same with this one, just move this a couple blocks in. And I'm going to edit this one for the design, primary button. See here. So we can change the button type as well. So let's see. Tertiary, secondary, and primary, we don't have the colors in yet. We'll edit the button style now. So we'll have the site styles here. It's currently shaped as a pill. I'm going to shape it like this. And then that's a rounded rectangle now. I'm going to have an outline of 1px just to give it that edge. And that looks more or less good. And yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do that. Okay, so I'm happy enough with how that looks. I want to keep it black anyway. So we're going to stick with that. So we'll go back. We'll close this off. So you can see our header is a little bit dark, but we can go ahead and change that. So site title, of course, e-commerce site. We'll just say ProfileTree. And then, of course, you can add a logo in. Squarespace has its own logo maker if you guys want to try it out. Very simple to create a logo of your choice. So we've got our social and elements here. We've got our style. So that's the current theme that we have. We can have a solid one instead. So I'm actually going to keep a solid one like so. I'm going to just keep it full with a drop shadow. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to keep that. Happy enough with how that looks. And we'll exit back. Now, edit this section one last time. We'll have it large, so it's a little bit bigger to see. Then we're going to bring this in a little bit. And move this button down. Okay. Edit that section quickly. Background. Change the focal point. Like so. So that's just an example of what you can do for the start. And of course, with the rest of the collection there, you can go ahead and change the images. So we'll just go from the stock images, clothing, and then we'll select this one. Let's see, we'll go for dress. Have we got a dress? Have we got someone wearing a dress? Just do vintage clothing. Add that image. And then for the placeholder text, now alt text is very important. You really need to include a bit of text here because Google can't read images, but they can read text. So we'll just say blue Nike sweater. It looks like a hoodie. Blue Nike hoodie. Nike logo bold. So something like that. So say woman wearing blue Nike hoodie. And then of course you can change the file name. So I'm happy with that. Then with the text, we're going to change that to hoodie. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so just like that, we've now created a nice little, so we'll actually change that heading. Not too big. Go for 4. Unbold that. And then give it an underline. Actually, we'll just leave that. Looks okay. We can link it, as you can see, but we'll just leave it for now. So this is where you can change your images, as you can see. So we've changed one image so far, and then of course you have links to shop all products. Now it is very easy to link these. You could just select edit and then select a link. As you can see, there's different pages, web addresses, email, phone, whatever you really want, you can go ahead and link to. So same will occur for the rest of the site. So if you want to just go ahead and replace images with the current setup that you have. So again, vintage clothing, like so, and then we'll just swap it out for this guy, like so. And then that'll change automatically. So very simple to drag and drop editors. So that is pretty much how to create a website just from Squarespace itself, just from using the AI and answering a couple of questions. You can pretty much build a website in the matter of an hour, 2 hours, if you really go into detail with it. Or if you want to be as quick as that, then literally about 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. So a very, very good website builder in order to create a website. Now, what it also has is a couple of different areas here. So we'll actually just exit here. So you've got the marketing there. And this is where you can do some email campaigns or marketing tools. So there's a couple of options to do some email marketing. That's pretty much a good way to boost your website with the products that you're selling. So there's promotional pop-ups, SEO appearance, email campaigns, which we can actually create a template. So if you have a look through here, we'll go ahead and select an email template, and you can see that you can promote a product or service, you can announce a sale, write a note, say things. So anyone that signs up to a newsletter or signs up to your website for logging in, with whatever email that's saved, you can go through with sending out an email form. And then in that email contains, of course, the different sort of designs and stating that you have a sale for your website, 50% off or 15% off if you log in or sign up to the website. So multiple different options for email marketing. Now, if you do want to check out your analytics to see how your website's doing, you can go to the analytics area. You could check your visits, bounce rates, unique visitors, page views, and so on. So you've got traffic sources as well, keywords, and this is where you can link your Google Search Console. Simply just connect and you'll be able to overview how the website is doing on the search engine. So a couple of cool little tools to use with Squarespace itself. Again, do decide whether this would be a good platform to use when you are creating a business website, as you do have the features to consider as well as the pricing plan. So that pretty much sums up Squarespace. Now, another website builder I recommend to build a business website on would be Wix. Now, Wix is a widely used cloud-based web development platform that allows users to easily create and design their own websites using a user-friendly drag-and-drop interface. Now, it's designed for individuals and small businesses to build professional websites without needing extensive programming or web design skills. So, just a basic understanding and overview of Wix. Some of the key features that I like about Wix myself is the fact that, again, it is a drag and drop editor. So like Squarespace, it offers an intuitive drag and drop interface enabling users to place elements like text, images, and buttons anywhere on their web pages. Now, what we're on right now is Wix Studio. You also have Wix Editor and Wix ADI. You do get a range of different templates. What I mean by range is a wide range of it. So Wix provides a large selection of customizable templates suitable for various types of websites, from personal blogs to business websites. So here we have a couple of different options. This is on the Wix Studio itself. So you've got all templates, design templates, wireframes, type, industry, features, style, and so on. Now these are all built in to have e-commerce capabilities anyway, and that's with ADI, that's with Wix Editor, that's with Wix Studio. So Wix supports that creation of online stores, and it offers different tools as well for managing products, orders, and payments. Like, you've heard me say ADI quite a bit here. So what ADI is for users who want more of an automated approach. So the ADI stands for Artificial Design Intelligence. So Wix ADI can create a website based on a few simple questions, and that's all with the use of artificial intelligence to tailor the design. But I must say that the overall design that ADI creates is very, very basic. So if that's not the approach that you want to go for, especially for your business, then you can go for Wix Editor or Wix Studio. So just to demonstrate some of the Wix Studio or Wix Editor templates, here we have a range of different templates. As you can see, there's business. And within business, you've got consulting and coaching, you've got services and maintenance, advertising and marketing, technology and apps, real estate, finance and law, automotive and cars, farming and gardening, pets and animals. Now, there's a range of different ones as well. Of course, if you're having a business, you can use and choose the restaurants and food, fashion and style, beauty and hair, health and wellness, travel and tourism, and so on. So plenty of different options. You'll not run out of options, especially if you are using Wix Editor. If I go ahead and click the business website templates, you'll see the different options that we have here. And it actually ranges up to 13 pages by the looks of things. And that is quite a bit of templates to have just for business website templates. Now, you can see that it's filtered all, but if you're more looking for a specific website, then you can select the filter here. So this time we've selected automotive and cars. You can see that we've got quite a few different options. So there's vintage car garage, mechanic, car dealership, and a range of other ones like so. So you can create a dealership website where you can sell vehicles online. And of course, you may not be able to do an online processing payment. Of course, it is such a big number, especially if you're going to go for a website for a garage or a car dealership. So that is something that you can avoid, or you should avoid. But you can still create a business website by advertising the vehicles that you show or the business that you are trying to showcase. But if you are wanting a platform that offers multiple different templates, then Wix would be the one, especially Wix Editor. Now, if we go back to the Wix Studio, there is a limited amount of templates, but I would say that the templates on Wix Studio itself is a lot better than Wix Editor, purely for the fact that you do have more animation. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate this now. So if we go for a industry one, and we'll just select the business website, you can see that it's filtered out quite a couple of options for a business. So we'll go ahead and go for the restaurant one. We can go ahead and view that first, just to see whether we're happy with the website. So it looks like we've got a video style background. So just scrolling through this, you've got a load of different animations. It's very well laid out as well. So next thing you could do now is just go ahead and edit that template. So if you are happy enough with the template itself, just go ahead and select Edit Template. This will just bring you to the splash screen and it'll load up the Wix Studio. Now, you don't have to go for a template if you don't want to. Just like Squarespace, you can go for a blank template and build up a website through there. But I do recommend to choose a template and just customize it yourself. It'll save so much time, as well as that you have more time to create and add more content. So this is what the Wix editor looks like, as you can see. Now, very simple to use, again, just like Squarespace, but this one's a little bit more technical, I would say. So you do have your Open Inspector here, and this allows you to customize and modify different sections, different cells, and different areas just throughout the entire website. You can see that I can customize the text box, I can customize the section and change the sizing, width, and so on. So multiple different options and choices there. Now, if you go onto the left side, you can see that there's an element section, and this is where I can drag and drop some images, titles, containers, and so on. So loads of options there as well. And then you do have your layers. So this focuses more on what's within that particular section or area. So you can see in this section, there's a cell. In that cell, there is a welcome to area. So it's saying, welcome to Fleur. We are a local culinary treasure. So that's pretty much what that paragraph is. It's even stating the fact that it's a text box, but a paragraph. Move on to the next cell. You can see Fleur, bar, and restaurant, I would say. So if I go ahead and click off that, so this is that section here. So very easy to use once you get the hang of Studio. It's pretty much the same as Wix Editor. They've got the same placement as well. Instead of the inspector, you instead have a toolbar, and you've also got a layer, and you can actually move them about. You can keep them on the right side, left side, wherever you want in terms of placement. And then you've got your different pages, as you can see. So very, very easy to build a business website on this particular platform. So I would recommend to use Wix as well. And with Wix, I would say that it does have a couple of capabilities as well, like the app market. The app market provides access to a wide range of third-party applications and services that can be integrated to Wix websites, and that's additionally for functionality. You've got multimedia features as well. So here we have a supported video background. You've got galleries, other multimedia content to enhance the website visual appeal. Another thing that's really nice about using this website builder is the fact that you do have custom domains and hosting. So Wix offers domain registration and web hosting, simplifying the process of setting up and maintaining a website. Now, in terms of advantages, you do have a user-friendly website builder. So it's ideal for those with no technical expertise in web development. You do have that design flexibility as well. So it offers significant customization options, and that allows users to create unique website designs. As you can see with this one, with what Wix has created, it's got a lot of different animation. It has just a combination of the design flexibility. I would say as well, it's an all-in-one solution. So it combines website creation, hosting, and domain registration all in one platform. And on top of that, Wix actually continuously updates its features and functionalities to keep up with the web design trends. Now, disadvantages of using Wix itself is that you do have some template restrictions. So once a website is published, changing the template requires rebuilding the website. So that is one thing that is a slight issue with Wix. But for how simple it is to open up a website, create a website, it's not really a big deal. Only if you maybe are into the build by a couple of hours, then that's when, it can be a little bit of a bummer, especially if you are doing the template restriction. So, but overall, it's still okay for when you are trying to build a website through Wix itself, especially with a template that you picked out. And in terms of performance, it can be a little bit slow. Since it's online as well, websites on Wix may experience slower loading times compared to those built with more optimized coding. So if anyone built a website through WordPress, since that's a content management system, it may be a little bit faster, especially if you want to use Elementor as well. So that's got a drag and drop feature and you can build your website through there. And one thing as well is, yes, the SEO has improved greatly. I'll actually just show you that now. So I'll go to the dashboard here, but it does have its limitations. So while Wix has improved its SEO capabilities, as mentioned, it may still offer less control over the certain technical SEO aspects compared to other platforms. But if you take a look at it anyway, if we go to marketing and SEO, select the SEO part, it's more or less still there. You do have your Google Search Console integration. You have your SEO setup checklist. It also tells you to do your SEO settings, site inspection, URL redirect manager, and so on. So has a bunch of tools. So I wouldn't really say it's that much of a big deal compared to other platforms to use. But guys, that pretty much sums up how to build a business website. Several different platforms you can use, so feel free to explore. You have the likes of GoDaddy as well. You've got Weebly, as I mentioned, you've got WordPress as well. So there are several different platforms, but these are the two I would recommend to use, especially if you are starting off as a beginner for building a business website. And overall, I would recommend this to anyone anyway, as it is just a simple way of setting up a business website without the hassle. You don't need to have any technical skills like coding and the management skills. You've already got everything on the platform for Wix and Squarespace. So highly recommend to use both of these platforms. But guys, if you found the video helpful, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.